WHNT News 19's Courtney Crown.
WHNT News 19's Courtney Crown.
Courtney Crown.
It is like a ghost town. And what you'll notice first is a lot of this dirt all over the parking lot because the demolition has already begun. The fire line right here behind me, this is still under investigation. So crews are still working to understand what caused this fire. And it's about 3 inches right here on this street alone. But we're also going to take a walk over here just again to show you. You see that low shoulder sign, so that kind of gives you some context of what the road's like. I am literally stepping off the road right now, taking one step. Look at that. Already past that foot mark. Right now, as you can see behind me, they are working on trying to get that body out of the vehicle. But let's just take a couple of steps over here. This is where those stolen cars were taken from. Well, guys, I did take a break, so I'm really truly only on about 15. She says by simply snapping a picture with the dog, you can rewrite their story. What Madison County Sheriff's Office just told me is there was a single car that was driving this way on Brownsboro Road. Look at this. You can rent these little scooters. This house right here, lots of damage, and it's not the only one in this community. Take a look at that.
I hired Mr. Paul and his tree service to take down his large oak tree, you can see from the stump in that, and a cedar tree.
71-year-old Charles Meltretter hired Paul Ransall of S&R Tree Service to do some work in his backyard in January.
He took the tree down. I didn't have any problems with that.
This is a copy of the contract, written and signed on January 18th. $1,800 for 2 takedowns and a haul-off, paid in full.
They wrote up the contract and that. I never really checked it.
The problem came when Ransall didn't uphold the second half of his signed contract.
And he never hauled away the trash.
So I made a call to Paul Ransall to hear his side.
Why did you put in the contract haul off?
I put in the contract. I did not write the contract.
But he signed the contract.
My secretary made the mistake right because when she brings it to me, I signed it, I'll read it.
When Ransall spoke to me initially over the phone on February 27th, he agreed to meet and tell his side of the story.
Your manager will want me to come in or talk to me. I don't have a problem with it.
I also confirmed S&R Tree Service does not have a business license in the city nor the county, something Meltretter didn't check for before the work began.
He showed me some paperwork that said it was his business license and his insurance, okay? And I didn't look it over too good.
A little more than a month later, Ransall found work at the home of Francis Bird.
He also got a paper out and he showed it to me and he said this is his license and his insurance paper. Well, I don't wear my reading glasses all the time, and you know he was out of a truck, and so I didn't really look at it real closely because I couldn't see it anyway.
Same story. Bird says he did part of the work but didn't follow through.
I called, and he said the stump grinder was on the way, and those stumps would be gone that day. No show. No. The stumps are still there.
So I made another call to Ransall, this time no answer, but a different voicemail.
This is the voicemail of Paul Ransall, better known as S&R Tree Service. I am not licensed or bonded, and I do not have insurance. You can check me out on the Better Business Bureau, or you can type me in under google.com. Please do not let me do your work.
Days later, Ransall agreed to meet us here at WHNT News 19 at 9 o'clock on Friday morning. He never showed up, and we still haven't heard from him. Now, the invitation is still open for Ransall to tell his side of the story and to make things right. Taking action in Madison County, Courtney Crown, WHNT News 19.
These guys are therapy to me.
Post-traumatic stress disorder no longer has a hold on Cody Majors.
And the stresses of the outside world when we walk in this room just go away.
Majors proudly served our country in the United States Army for 8 years and 9 months.
I was in the Anbar province by Abu Ghraib prison the first time, and then outside Baghdad and Sadr City the second time. I can be myself in here, and I can teach these guys.
Majors wrestled at Lee High School before graduating in 2004. These days, he coaches the newest members of the Mae Jemison High School wrestling team.
Coaching is really what I wanted to do ever since I was in high school.
Over and under.
Majors joins forces with Marine veteran James Dowd, another former wrestler for the Generals.
You come back and you search for something
to kind of ease back into civilian life. And wrestling, you know, that opportunity was there so fast and so easy.
Inside their practice room, known as the dungeon, both men strive to teach lessons in determination and selfless service.
Not only teaching them the sport, but teaching them life lessons to go along with it. That's the most amazing part I love about it.
Major says he's a student himself, always trying to improve.
I'm actually going to school at UAH to get a degree in kinesiology, which is basically a glorified physical education degree, which can prosper into many other things. I've always wanted to be a coach, and this degree is kind of helping me out.
Though the practices inside the dungeon are numbered, the opportunities ahead are countless.
As one door closes, another opens, but you know, this is a little better door this time.
In Huntsville, Courtney Crown, WHNT News 19. Downtown Huntsville is much busier after sunrise than around 5:30 in the morning when Lindsay Hardesty prefers to run.
We do it because it's our sanity.
Running alone never bothered her before, but after Tuesday's incident, she knows a running buddy is important.
He was driving a silver Dodge Neon, an early 2000s model.
A morning routine that took a surprising turn.
And we realized that we were being followed, and it was within a very short period of about half a mile. And then it became obvious very quickly that we were being followed. As he approached us, I looked over and into the car. I had an unobstructed view, and I realized that he did not have both hands on the wheel, and he did not have his pants where they should have been.
Hardesty said this all happened here at the intersection of Clinton Avenue and Lincoln Street. The man stopped that familiar silver Dodge Neon, but those are the only details she could pick out.
I didn't get a very good look at his face because other things were exposed.
We got a call about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Lieutenant Stacy Bates with Huntsville Police says he checked for calls and reports from that area over the past 10 days. Only Hardesty called to report this incident, but the department takes every alert seriously.
We'll extra patrol that area. I know the supervisors that work that side of town have already told me they'll issue an extra patrol to their officers to be kind of more aware, more alert.
Hardesty and her friends plan to keep moving forward.
I need to be able to hear things, be more observant, and definitely please remember that there's safety in numbers.
Taking action in Huntsville.
Don't be scared, just run prepared.
Courtney Crown, WHNT News 19.